Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? It's your man, Phil Williams, from The Phil Williams Show. Wow, man, it's been a minute since I've talked to you guys. I miss you dearly. Trust me, I have some big things going on and coming up with Phil Williams. Just some wonderful things. I don't want to sound Trumpsonian over here, but man, in a little while, I am going to reveal something pretty cool. Just trying to take what I'm doing to another level, because, man, we got a country to save. Man, but again, I'm Phil Williams. For all those that have friended me over the last week, thank you guys. Welcome. One thing is guaranteed: you will not be booted. You will not be blocked. You will be heard. To me, that's American. That's the American way. That's how we get better. United for Freedom. United for Freedom is a Facebook group that I feel proudly to represent and be a part of. I am not an administrator at United for Freedom. I am just a huge contributor. I believe in what they're standing for. I am United for Freedom. They stand for accountability. And that's the big thing about Phil Williams, and what I push is accountability. I believe lack of accountability is why we are here. Saying what's up to all you people: Karen Anderson, Brandon, Moraganu, if I say your name wrong, my bad. Chris Watkins, Josh, what's up, Josh? Hey, congratulations, Joshua Kreider, on your marriage. What's up, bruh? Love you. Hey, Paula Coyle, love you. Hey. But anyway, I see your names chiming in right there. Just saying, hey, what's up? I'll definitely acknowledge you guys later on in the post. You know, when I go back through, give you guys a big thumbs up, big heartfelt. I love you. Hey, United for Freedom. But anyway, this is why I'm here today, guys. Had to chime in. I haven't chimed in for a minute, but I have to chime in now. I'm a fact gathering kind of person. You know, I like to gather information. I don't just like to shoot off just because everything's emotional and things like this. But this is where I want to go today. This Russia thing, this healthcare thing, everything that is happening under this new president, this guy, Donald Trump. This is, let me go here. What we witnessed with Barack Obama, everybody seems to want to blame everything that's happening right now on Barack Obama. I'm with you. I am with you. The Democrats are neck deep. They're neck deep in this Russia thing. They are neck deep. But guess what they will never do? They will never choke because of it. They won't. You know why the Democrats will never choke on what's going on? Yeah, you guys are making this the excuse. Donald Trump's doing it. Republican congressmen and senators are doing it. Well, Barack Obama did this, and the Justice Department under Obama did that, and this. That's fine. You have no reason to not doubt that. Won't help with the accountability of what's going on now. The Democrats designed this so that they will never choke on what they're neck deep in. Here's why. Because Barack Obama promised in his statement, we are days away from fundamentally transforming this country. We are days away from fundamentally transforming this country. What is the fundamentals of this country? Accountability. How to hold people accountable. What is the measuring stick of accountability? What is the sentence once you are held accountable? What is the process of accountability? That's the fundamentals of this country. That's the Constitution. The Constitution is the bar. If you fundamentally transform this country, that means the Constitution is not the bar anymore. That's not the measuring stick. That's not the rose-colored glasses you're looking through. The Constitution is not what's being considered if you're fundamentally transformed. Barack Obama accomplished that. The Democrats and the liberals and progressives accomplished that. We are fundamentally transformed. The Constitution is no longer our measuring stick. So because of that, Democrats, liberals, progressives, using arts and entertainment, non-reality, reality TV, they used a bunch of words and emotions to fundamentally transform you into not using the Constitution as your measuring stick. So Democrats will never choke on what they're neck deep in. They won't choke on it. This is the problem with the Russia thing. You know what it is? The same thing Obama started. Republicans took accountability off the table with Obama. When them ridiculous people, the same incumbents that you reelected again, using every emotional argument they possibly can to get you to continue to vote for these fools. Turtle-faced McConnell, Paul Stick-Up-His-Butt Ryan, all these guys, all the Republicans you keep reelecting, they told Obama, we are not going to hold you accountable according to the Constitution and the powers that we have in Congress. We will not impeach you. When you tell somebody like a liberal that you're not going to impeach them, what is to keep them from fundamentally transforming this country? Example. Obama's doing health care knowing he won't be impeached. Republicans are saying it's unconstitutional, but then they go get it. This is why I'm not a fan of Gorsuch. Why? Because it was a Republican, Roberts, that made health care work. I have no confidence in your scary Supreme Court pick. It was a Republican that made that happen. Everybody screams unconstitutional, but why would Obama care? You guys said that you're not going to impeach him. You're not going to hold him accountable. Fast and Furious. Why should Obama care? He already knows that the panty waist Republicans are not going to impeach him. They're not going to hold him accountable. The IRS circumventing Americans' rights of their voice, First Amendment. Obama's did it. Hand caught in the cookie jar, mousetrap, everything. Fingers swole up, a whole nine. But he knows that you're not going to hold him accountable. You're not going to impeach him. You took it off the table. You Republicans use the fact that Obamacare, you're going to repeal it. This is what you use for the next 7 years. And for 7 years, you've never had a plan. Your only plan with Obamacare was to make sure you get reelected. That was your only plan. How do you know? Because now you have a chance to do it and you don't know what to do. Accountability. You never said you were going to impeach this dude. Why would Loretta Lynch not meet with Bill Clinton? It's not going to hang them. They're not going to choke. They're knee deep in this stuff. You want to blame it on Hillary. Hillary's Russia connection. You want to divert it over there. Fine. She won't choke on it either. Why? Because you Republicans have already demonstrated your lack of knowing how to hold people accountable because you no longer use the Constitution as your measuring stick. Your seat is your measuring stick. Getting reelected is your measuring stick. How you can continue to bump your gums and do something different is your measuring stick. The American people are fundamentally transformed to where they don't even use the Constitution to process what their favorite representative is saying. And you reelected the same people that enabled Obama. And now you're only left with it was Obama's fault. Everything that's happening to us now, you're blaming it on Obama. Because the fundamental transformation included Obama blaming everything on Bush. The blame chain. The Constitution stops the blame chain. If you want to stop the chain of blame, start using the Constitution as your measuring stick. Because of that, Democrats will never choke on what they're knee deep in. Now here goes the second half. Donald Trump is a Democrat. See, you guys are fundamentally transformed into protecting an R. Everything Donald Trump is doing is going to benefit the Democrats. He's a Democrat. You can say a R, you can say the election, you can say all that foolishness if you want to. He's a freaking Democrat. Think about it. Don Jr., Democrat. His daughter, Democrat. 60% of the Republican National Convention was Democrats on the stage. They're Democrats. The same media that you said was biased to Obama, now all of a sudden they're not biased to Trump. They're not biased to Trump because he has an R. They are holding the R accountable. What Donald Trump is doing will never stick to the Democrat, the liberal, the progressive that he is and his whole family is, because you guys are so retardedly stuck on the R. Donald Trump is making sure, you guys ready for this? That Republicans keep defending him. That's all he wants. He'll throw some red meat to get people to calm down. He'll do something ridiculous like what's going on in Russia. The Democrats need neck deep. Donald Trump's a Democrat, neck deep in Russia. That's why he supported Hillary. That's why he endorsed Hillary. That's why he protected Hillary. That's why he made sure she got elected. So that he can damage the R like a true Democrat. The media's not going to let it go. Why? They got the Republicans by the throat. You Republicans can't let it go. Because you're protecting the R. And you're saying Donald Trump won the R. He won the R. He was a Democrat that ran on the R. He said it. If I ran, I would run as a Republican because Republicans are stupid. He's proving it true. As long as you keep defending this dude, collusion is there. All of it's there. You're defending him. And the Democrats and the media is not going to let it go. Why? They found the thing that has you keep defending Donald Trump's immoral, ridiculous, retarded, non-professional, misogynistic, narcissistic, ridiculous self. You keep defending him. Donald Trump hangs over, you're going to pay. If you don't do the health care, you're going to pay. Who's going to pay? The R is going to pay. But if you start holding this dude accountable, accountability fixes all this. Don't run out there and defend Don Jr., Don the Con Jr. Don't go all Mark Levin on us when you find out Obama tapped the towers or what he didn't tap. Don't go all, I can't believe it, the Constitution. What's the Constitution, Mark? What was the Constitution that you were drawing the line? The Constitution is what you got there. Where was it at, Mark? You fell for the same thing that all the other R's fell for. The wildebeest. You talk Constitution, but when it comes time to use the Constitution, we can't elect Hillary. It just can't be Hillary. Which comes to my third point. You Christians. You Christians. You show that Jesus Christ has no power in your life. Through Christ Jesus, you couldn't do everything. You couldn't defeat Hillary. You set Jesus Christ down so that you can even justify the lesser of two evils. Because Hillary was so freaking scary. All the stuff we're supposed to know that Jesus has brought us through, Christ Jesus and God has brought us through. He couldn't bring us through Hillary? He couldn't do it? The Constitution made a bar. The Constitution, again, accountability, would have us keep promoting Jesus Christ. We can do all things. Our founding escaped slaves and ancestors made it through slavery, Revolutionary War, and everything. And you're trying to tell me none of those accomplishments was bigger than Hillary? Hillary Clinton was that powerful? Are you serious? Are you serious? So now the Democrats, all they have to do is get a Donald Trump that's on their side, single payer, all these kind of things, damage the R, throw a Hillary type character up there, some black man that fundamentally transformed your butt, a reality TV show, somebody that somebody likes. And in this 50-50 country, now that the R's are tainted as immoral, ridiculous, has our country's butt wide open with Russian hackers and all kinds of stuff, and you keep defending this fool when all the evidence is showing Donald Trump is foul. Donald Trump is connected to the Russians knee deep. You guys want to keep going, well, it's not illegal, but it's still defending something that if you use the Constitution as the measuring stick, you would have never defended it in the first place. You would have never voted for it. He would have never made it off of the primary stage. Americans, are you hearing me? Until there's more cults out there now. There's a Cruz cult. I just seen a little pop-up of a Lee cult. There's these cults of personality out there. Haven't you guys learned your lesson? Cruz is going to make a political decision. He's a politician. I'm not faulting him for that. But what I will fault is you to say that Cruz is his end-all be-all. He's wavering and bending. If you're going to acknowledge, Cruz is just one vote of 100, then what is going to be the thing that saves this country? It's not going to be Cruz. It's going to be the Constitution. And if Cruz cannot use the Constitution as the measuring stick, we are going to be in trouble again. Same thing for Lee, same thing for anybody. Unfortunately, the people that's supposed to represent the right side of this country, the Constitution of this country, they're not using the Constitution as the measuring stick. If they were, they would not even be pushing for government to be involved in healthcare. If the Constitution was the measuring stick, we would not be looking to the president to create a job. If the Constitution was the measuring stick, we would not be looking for our president to be Christian or non-Muslim or anything. If the Constitution is our measuring stick, we would not be having these little pissy spats in these Facebook groups. If we use the Constitution as the measuring stick, we would not be disillusioned when the president goes over there and does the funky glow ball dance with the Saudis. If we use the Constitution as the measuring stick, there would be no Rush Limp balls that can lead you over here. There would be no Sean the Spanx Hannitys. There'd be no Sharky Duckies or no Mark Levin. If you use the Constitution as the measuring stick, you can never be led astray by a person that's looking for television subscriptions, selling of children's books, The Right Solution by Shucky Ducky. You won't be doing these things. Sean the Spanx couldn't sell you out. Conservative or liberal media could not get you in the position where you're at. If the Constitution is your measuring stick. Because the Constitution is not your measuring stick. I don't care how much you blame the Democrats that I know is neck deep in all of this. We're going to lose because you're Republicans. The ones you keep re-electing have no desire to hold liberalism, progressivism, communism, socialism. They have no desire to use the Constitution as the measuring stick. When all they have to do is just cater to your emotions, and you'll start protecting them like the cult figures that you've already decided that you want to be. A personality over a principle. Get back to the Constitution being your measuring stick so that these liberals can choke on what they're neck deep in. Yeah, blame Obama. Obama was effective. That's why Donald Trump is doing it. No pun intended, but Donald Trump, his orange self, is doing Obama in spades.